In this video, we are going to bring an existing QuickBooks Online client into LedgerHQ. First, we will set the cutoff date. Then we will export the chart and the journal from QuickBooks. LedgerHQ will import both files. Once the import is in, we will tie the balances back to QuickBooks before we start new work. Let's start with the cutoff date. For this client, QuickBooks holds the books through June 30th. LedgerHQ will begin with July 1st activity. June 30 needs to be a completed, reconciled month. Those ending balances become our starting point in LedgerHQ. From the Firm Companies page, select New Company. Then enter the company and owner details. Enter the company and owner details. Before creating the company, choose the QuickBooks import path. Select Import from QuickBooks, then create the company. Here is what that setup choice controls. LedgerHQ starts the company without its standard chart, so the exported QuickBooks chart can become the source chart. Now switch to Sandbox Plaid, open Settings, then Import and Export. Under QuickBooks Financials, LedgerHQ asks for two CSV files. The first upload is labeled Chart of Accounts CSV. The screen says LedgerHQ uses that file with the Journal Report CSV to recreate the financial statements. The second required file is the QuickBooks Journal Report. In QuickBooks, set its period to all dates through the cutoff, then export it to CSV. The instruction also says to use year-to-date only when opening balances are already handled. That is the limit of what this screen confirms before files are selected. Select the two files, then choose Check Files. The Import QuickBooks Financials button remains unavailable until that check is complete. Back in LedgerHQ, open the guided QuickBooks import. The tally result confirms that both exports are attached, Chart of Accounts, .csv, and Journal Report.csv. The same screen says that nothing has posted yet. Tally is preparing a financial preview from those two files. Now read the visible checks. LedgerHQ found 42 accounts, 1,284 journal transactions, 2,568 posting lines, and 1,284 balanced entries out of 1,284. Those visible counts tell us how much source data was read. They are the numbers we will compare with the QuickBooks exports before approval. The date range is also visible, January 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2026. June 30th agrees with our cutoff date. Before approval, check two exceptions: missing account mappings and unbalanced journal entries. The approval standard is simple. The final journal date must match June 30th, and both exception counts must be 0. If either exception count is non-zero, correct the export and rerun the check. Do not approve the import. Now let's read the preview from top to bottom. First, confirm the two file names. Next, confirm the first and last journal dates. Then compare the account and transaction counts with the QuickBooks exports. The posting line count will run higher than the journal transaction count. That is normal. One balanced journal entry always contains at least two lines. A source row with no debit and no credit creates no ledger posting. Before approval, missing account mappings and unbalanced entries must both read 0. Once everything agrees, select Approve. After approval, LedgerHQ builds the chart, posts the journal history, and creates the imported bank and credit card registers. Now we are back in the product. Kestrel Rehearsal. One has 29 active accounts. The visible summary shows 6 assets, 4 liabilities, 3 equity accounts, 3 revenue accounts, and 13 expense accounts. Next, open reports. Choose trial balance and set the as of date to June 30th. In QuickBooks, use the same June 30th date. Put the two trial balances side by side and compare every account balance. Equal total debits and credits are not enough. Each individual account must tie to QuickBooks. Now open the imported checking register for Kestrel. The header shows a $39,453.57 balance, 50 entries, total debits, and total credits. The newest rows are dated June 30th. Compare the final June 30th balance of $39,453.57 with the reconciled QuickBooks checking balance. Each visible row is marked imported. The date, description, amount, and running balance let us trace the imported checking activity line by line. Use the same register check on the other imported bank and card accounts. The register is where the trial balance amount can be traced back to the imported journal activity. If an account does not tie, go back to the preview. The cause is usually one of three things: the wrong source report, a date filter, or an account mapping. Next, open settings. Choose Import and Export, and review the proposed starting point for each imported bank and card register. When the register, June 30th statement date, and ending balance all agree, confirm the setup for that account. Now return to Sandbox Plaid. Open recs and statements, then bank recs. The account row is marked Never Reconciled, so confirm its starting point before treating the next month as ready to reconcile. In bank feeds, map checking to its imported asset register and map each credit card to its own imported liability register. Work activity dated after June 30th. Any June activity already included in the imported journal stays out of the new posting queue. Keep AI auto post off while the July mappings and coding are being proven in fast coding. The client is ready when the history is imported, every cutoff balance ties, reconciliation starting points are confirmed, feed mappings are correct, and July begins without duplicate June activity. In the next video, we will open fast coding. We will take those new bank feed transactions from suggestion through posting.